Hello, and welcome everyone to Scene Tech Radios. Today we got the Cobra 29WX NWST Blue Diamond Edition. This radio right here has been modified with a RMAD 203 amplifier board. Radio is capable of producing 80-watt PEP, and we will show you this today on the dozy. We also have a spectrum analyzer and oscilloscope. We're going to check the radio for clean audio. We have a function generator that'll put 1,000 hertz tone into the radio to check for this clean, mean audio. On the radio, we also have a turbo echo installed and two micro fans. We also replace the factory speaker with an additional speaker because the amplifier is installed right in the location of the factory speaker. So, without further ado, we'll get started, and I'll start with showing you the internals of the radio. Okay, here we are on the inside of the Cobra 29 edition. And right here, as you can see, here's the 8203 amplifier board installed in the factory speaker location. But don't worry, because I installed another speaker in another location where you still have your internal speaker. Also have a micro fan. That's one to cool the four transistors under this 8203 amplifier board. We also have an exhaust fan as well. Circulator moved out of the back of this radio. Here I installed the RF shield to block any stray RF. You do run a lot of high power with this amplifier board. And here's your turbo echo also installed in this radio. Finally, we make our way to the back of the radio. Nice, clean, everything. You can see here where I cut out the exhaust hole for this micro fan to do some exhausting, get some of that hot air circulated, moved out the radio. And pretty much your regular old Cobra 29, WX and WST, but not regular because you do have the 8203 amplifier installed. Okay, yeah, the radio is pretty and I really like that, but this is starting to be my favorite part to show you how this radio can perform and what it can do. First off, we got the oscilloscope set up for you. We got it running through the attenuator right there below. If you can kind of see, that's a little dark under there. That way we don't blow out the front end. That attenuator is actually giving me a negative 40 dB coming out of this 5-watt radio. Actually, it's swinging about 10 watts right now without the amplifier on, because remember, we have to actually turn it on with the switch. And nevertheless, there is a echo built in. Excuse me, I do have the radio on. It's not a dummy load. So anyway, let's begin. First of all, I'll start with a few audios just to show you the clean audio wave on the oscilloscope. So there we are with the dead key. Audio, audio, 213, North Carolina. Yeah. Now, let's turn on that echo. We'll take this dimmer knob right here. Now we got the echo on. And the inner knob also changes how many times the delay and stuff like that. Audio, audio, 213. It's 213. Now, I'll let you hear it with a receiving radio I have just behind me. Audio, 213. Audio. And that's that. We can do it with the spectrum analyzer as well. And I'll show you that it has a clean on channel frequency going on with this radio. But before we get into the spectrum analyzer, I just wanted to show you the backside of this radio where some of the customization took place. Because as you know, your factory speaker location is here, where now lies a amplifier. The RMAD203 is here. This is actually the heat sink. So usually when you install this mod, you have to use an external speaker, but not with my radio because I've cut out and I put in mesh, and I've actually found the speaker with the little sub to it. You can see the cone right there. Pretty good. I ride around in a dump truck all day. I can hear and communicate without an external speaker. Just wanted to show you that. Okay, back to business. Back to this spectrum analyzer. See, I got the spectrum on. We already got a little blip right there. That's my computer system. All this stuff tied up, the attenuator. But you'll see the radio putting out the stronger signal into the, I have it in an attenuator going in because you can't put full power into your equipment, your test equipment. You blow it out. you definitely blow it out. So under there down bottom, that's my attenuation, negative 40 dB, bring that signal down. So I also want to point out that when you run this amplified radio, that you need to run the 12 gauge power cord, and both fuse hosers has a 10 amp fuse in that, because you got that big bad AD203 right there in there. So let's go. We're going to be using this signal generator in a minute and do the 1000 hertz tone right through the microphone. I'll show you that in a second when we do the power test with the watt meter. So here we go. That's my dead key. I got the spectral interlaters set to 27.1850 center. And you see that right there in the center. And if I talk into the mic, we're not bleeding over on any of the channels that span right there. You see my two sidebands with the audio, and that's it. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. 10 4. I just turned the amplifier off right there, and the signal's a little less stronger, but still there in the center. Still there in the center. 203 installation. So okay, right off the break, we got the switch down, so it's just a normal radio. We're gonna see what it do with no modulation. Now we are using the signal generator, 1000 hertz tone at 35 microvolt. Let's go. This is a dead key. We on the 10-watt scale. For all y'all don't know, 10-watt scale right here. So let's go. 10-watt scale is actually the bottom scale here. We do got a little frequency counter right here. Let's see what we doing. We on channel 19, which is 27.185. Okay, that looked like, I'm sorry, we on the wrong scale. We on the 100-watt scale. Bump it back down. That's why that needle ain't moved. That's why that needle ain't moved much. So let's do the dead key again. So dead key is like almost 2 watts ish. So let's put some modulation in it. I just turned on the signal generator. You're gonna hear that little annoying tone, but we'll see where she swing. Matter of fact, let's watch the swing. We'll key it up dead, almost 2 watts. Then she swing up 5.5 watts. Frequency changes with the modulation. So now let's turn on the AMD Italy. Boom, that white light came on. Boom, we gotta up the scale. Now we on the center scale. See the center scale goes to 100 right there, center scale. Now I got the white LED on me, the switch on. So let's check it. Dead key. What's the dead key? Dead key look like 10 watts, 6 to 10 watts. More like 6. So now we're gonna start dead key, then turn the modulation on. See the swing. Bam, we're gonna do it again. Touching 80. One more time. And then you have it. And you still got the center frequency with the amplifier on this spectrum analyzer with no bleed over. There you got it. Cobra 29, RM Italy, AD203 installation.